What is going on, fellow fans of Clash of Clans? I am so glad you decided to stop by the channel today. Episode number 169 of No Cash Clash, and today revealing my top 5 tips for accelerating your way, for flying through, for completing Clash of Clans. No, not winning it like Peter $17, but getting through the game, progressing more quickly. All right, so today, this is, of course, a kind of a weird spot for this account because you'll notice I've got way too much Dark Elixir, but I can't use super wall breakers yet. So we've gone over to the lab and we've decided that yes, obviously we need 9 million elixir in order to upgrade those wall breakers so that we can finally unlock super wall breakers, because if you look where we are right now, we've got maxed out heroes for Town Hall 11 and really not a lot else to spend Dark Elixir on. And that will fall under the tips, the idea that we should be raiding wisely. So yes, wise raiding means not wasting elixir or Dark Elixir. If you've got too much of one, adjust your army. That is exactly what we are going to do. And in about 8 days, we'll be able to use super wall breakers along with, of course, super sneaky goblins. Yes, that's going to be a lot of fun. But for today, we've got some more upgrades and some more baby dragon raids because, well, they're just good and easy to do. So, okay, so we've got an archer tower going to level 15, as you can see right here. And yes, it does take about 70% of my storages to do one singular defensive upgrade at this point. So it does make the whole upgrading thing a little bit different. You know, we can no longer do a bunch of defenses like we could at Town Hall 6, 7, 8, 9, even Town Hall 10. We've got to do one and then get back to farming. And this also is going to slow your progress down unless you are a really dedicated raider, because you need to have the loot ready, like you see right here, for the next builder that comes free. So another builder becomes free. We, yes, do have over 7 million gold again. So we have plenty of gold. Right here, you can see the lab is tied up for 5 more days, so we might as well spend a little bit of the elixir. And this is not in the tips section under the top 5 tips for accelerating your farming, but if you can spend it rather than let your opponent steal it from you, all the better. So why not? Knowing that we've got several days before we can use the lab again, spend that elixir on a wall, and then we will not be losing it next time we go out on defense. There goes another archer tower over to level 15, and there we go. That's about it. Back to the following day, and oh, hey, this time, hey, look at this. We got 2 builders free this time. And notice the suggested upgrades are elixir collectors and gold mines. No, thank you. We're going to focus on the defenses first, but this is a good example of a time where, well, we can't really do 2 archer towers unless we waste a bunch of time and wait for us to raid up another 7 million in gold. So here we pop an archer tower, level 15, and then with the remaining builder, we are going to go ahead and break down and do a resource collector. I mean, they're cheap at this level, and that's one of the things you can do is get a couple of builders working, one on a defense and the other on, say, a gold mine, and there you go, 840,000 elixir, and the next gold mine is on its way. So just coincidentally, even though we're not really trying, the resource collectors will be maxed out just because they're so cheap before we have all of the defenses maxed out. Now, baby dragon raids are still going crazy ever since we picked up the full set, the trio of maxed out heroes. It is tough to stop me. I'll tell you right now, we are just, oh man, they are just so strong. And I'm not even really being that careful with the way I use them. You'll notice that I just drop in the king to tank for the log launcher, and the queen and the warden all just kind of spammed in one spot. And then the baby dragons do most of the work around the outside of the base. And that's the great thing about baby dragons. Just one baby dragon isn't really going to make a difference, but when you have a ton of baby dragons, they make a huge difference, kind of like the huge difference you guys make by using code Galadon. Thank you so much. You guys that are doing it know that you are helping keep the channel alive. You are helping donate to charity. You are helping to get me to give back to you guys in the means of Gold Pass giveaways with gift cards. So thank you guys for renewing code Galadon under settings, more settings every 7 days. It means a lot, and I mention it a lot, but I very sincerely want to thank you guys that take the extra effort and go ahead and type that in. Okay, so you see, yes, the baby dragons, again, they're so strong, they're so easy, they're just kind of brainless. I've even been known to just ring the base with them and then walk away if I'm busy, if I'm in the middle of something, but I know I've got an army fully trained. Might as well use it. A couple of nexts, you find a nice big base, you take it down, and you're always going to profit. And that is, of course, one of those keys to the 5 steps is you just have to raid a lot. I mean, you really need to focus on squeezing them in, knowing maybe, if you don't have time to play very long, just get in there next a couple of times, find a base, even if it's not a great one, but calculate and make sure you're making a profit. That is always a key. There's a little bit of math involved, believe it or not, in Clash of Clans, just making sure that you're going to come out on top. Because remember, a Dirty Baby Dragon Spam raid is not free. We're spending several $100,000 in elixir, so we're definitely cutting down on the profits. But once you've gotten to this point, it doesn't really matter that much. You'll notice that, yes, I have a ton of walls left to do, but I also have many weeks of defensive upgrades to do, so there's really no rush. They will all get done. Don't ever try to squeeze in one, say, get all of your walls done before you do defenses, or vice versa. You will live to regret it. The only thing that I would say is worth focusing early on is obviously your troops. Get those troops that you are farming with maxed out ASAP. That is going to be key to success. And then, of course, the heroes. As you can see, the complexion of my raids, it's really changed significantly ever since we picked up the heroes and they're no longer upgrading. We did struggle for a while, but not anymore. We're pretty much 3-starring every single base with reckless abandon. It's just not even challenging at this point to farm. You just throw them up, and notice this one. 13 leftover baby dragons. So many easy bases, dead bases, semi-dead bases like you see right here, and they just come one after the other after the other. Okay, so let's get into Galladon's 5 key tips to the fastest progression in Clash of Clans. And yes, you may know some of these, you may know all of these, but they are helpful to some newer players. It's fun to go over lists, and let's be honest, I had to figure out a way to get this video to 10 minutes. I'm always honest with you guys, okay? I will always be straightforward. I'm a straight shooter, especially in the live streams, and I got to this point in the video, I was like, how do I stretch this to 10 minutes? I know! Show more Dirty Baby Dragon Spam raids and come up with a list. Number 1, fastest ways to accelerate through Clash of Clans. Keep your builders working. Keep the builders occupied 24/7. If you can, be excessive about it, set an alarm, and wake up in the middle of the night when one of your builders is done. Number 2, keep the lab running. Same key. Remember, the lab takes 2 years longer than the rest of your base if you don't use things like potions, books, and hammers. So focus on that lab as much as possible. Always keep it upgrading and always have the loot ready for the next upgrade ahead of time. Number 3, raid smart. Make sure that you are gaining a profit. That means using an army that you are good with, an army that is not too expensive. And if you're like me, you get to a point where you're overflowing in Dark Elixir, then use it. Get an all-dark army together and get out there and raid with it, and you will profit in the other resources more quickly. Number 4, raid a lot. Make sure that you're always training an army. Make sure that you pop in throughout the day and raid. And then finally, number 5, don't rush defenses, heroes, or walls. I cannot say this enough. I've covered this many times, but it is very true. Do not rush to the next town hall until you have those things done. Okay, now we can go to the status report. We can see that we did gain a few trophies. We still have not dropped. We're practically up to champion again, just naturally. In gems, we gained, 27 gems today. So we've got some gems for maybe a book of heroes or 2 coming up soon. Okay, at Town Hall 12, I guess, because the heroes, they've been maxed for a while. All right, let's start a discussion. What is the best pizza? I say no pineapple. Absolutely not. Next goals, I do want to rush, but I won't. Thank you, Gallifan, for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. You know I love thinking about, appreciate every single one of you every single day. So get out there, make the best of the rest of your day. Be kind to other people. I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks. Hey, look, 10 minutes.
Gallagher, the video, it's over 10 minutes now. You don't even need this part. Oh, wait.